What's up guys, T-Party Percy here and welcome back to another Season 2 info video. Today we got more infos about Season 2 changes. If you missed my first video, it's gonna be linked down below in the video description and it's gonna appear also on the top right corner of this video. In this video, we're gonna focus on equipment growth system and character growth system. It was already teasered in the previous infos or in my previous video, and now we got more infos. So let's start. First of all, we already saw a similar picture in the previous info or newsletter, and on this one you can see it reminds kinda or it looks similar to Diablo Rifts, and I think it's gonna work similar to that. And they here introduced also or explained more in depth that if you do those chaos dungeons, it's gonna be a chaos dungeon, you have a chance to get gear, you have a chance to get upgrade materials and a lot of stuff, and of course different rarity of gear. So I think once again it's going to be pretty close to Diablo Rifts, and this going to change a lot of stuff, especially the gear you're going to get dropped here. Going to change a lot of things compared to the current progress system, and this is explained down below. First of all, the equipment quality. You will get equipment dropped in different qualities and with different enchantment, or the stars. So quality is like blue, purple, legendary, and so on, and then you have those polish effects or the polishment status from 0 to 5 stars. Depending on how many stars you have, you will have higher stats. So as you can see, the 2-star one gives you something 2.4%, and this one has 5 stars is 4.2%. And of course the rarity increases most likely the amount of stats you get, and also gives you another boost how much points you get. Once again, here is also a small explanation. Weapon quality will affect additional damage. Armor quality will affect physical defense, magical defense, and stamina. So that is here physical defense, magical defense, and stamina most likely. And once again, but the better the quality, the higher the numbers. And then trinket, which are the accessories, they're going to affect the character combat stats, which are the substats. Next we have the tripod effects. This is something new. This is gonna change a lot of things, and this and a lot of other stuff which I'm gonna explain down below might even change the entire class balance which we have currently. So let's talk about this one first, and it is about that your gear which you get, maybe only the weapon, will have randomly rolled rank increase for specific tripods or skills. I think it's more about tripods, and as you can see, here's an example. There is a gear part which increases the tripod by 2 ranks. Here it is rank 1, and most likely the guy has here a tripod for this, or weapon or armor with +2 for this specific tripod. And I guess depending on what the tripod does, or what it's gonna increase the number. So if it's a shield, then you're gonna get more shield the higher the rank is. If it's a damage increase skill or tripod, it's gonna increase the damage. And if it's a buff, most likely it's gonna increase the efficiency of the buff. Next, it is still about the tripod. As you can see, this weapon has 3 tripod modifications or upgrades or ranks, call it however you want. And if you find another weapon of lower quality or something which you don't want to use, and your main weapon has some bad tripod modifications, you can simply swap those out. And it reminds me of Diablo again. I think Diablo has a similar system too, and I'm totally fine with that. So basically you're gonna take out one of the more important or more useful one and replace it with something which you don't want to have on your current weapon. And as you can see, this is crucial. It only costs shilling, not gold. So we're gonna check or pay more attention to the stuff which or processes like that, if it's gonna cost shilling or gold. A spoiler alert, most of those stuff, if not all, cost shilling, which means the burden to have or hoarder or to gather gold will be you won't have to force, or you won't have to spend money to get gold. And shilling is for me easier to obtain, and especially if they change those stuff to consume shilling if you want to upgrade, downgrade, or do shenanigans like this. It's gonna help a lot of free-to-play players. Moving on, we have the storage system. So not only can you can transfer those between weapons. Let's say you find this amazing tripod and you want to keep it for your special weapon, but your main weapon is not good enough for this. So in this case, you can actually take the tripod change and store it. As you can see, someone stored a lot of stuff for specific parts, and once you find the right weapon, you can then, as you can see, he found the, for example here, artifact gloves, and he had the specific tripod here for his gloves, and he can now put it into his weapon. It's also mentioned storing doesn't cost anything, but it might cost something to put it on actually on your weapon. Next we have it's kind of like a quality of life stuff which they're gonna mention here. So you can basically go through all your skills and the tripods and mark which of the tripod related modifications are important for you. For example, for this particular skill, you want to have weapons or armors with this specific modification. And if you get the armor or weapon dropped which has that modification, it will be marked with this icon. So you don't have to go through every item to check if it has something what you're interested in. So as soon as you get dropped, it will indicate it here, and in your inventory you will also see here, for example, those two, this one, and so on. Those items have tripods which might be useful for you. Next, we have the equipment grade upgrade system. It's pretty simple. So basically you can use a specific scroll to upgrade the quality of your gear. So it is not bound to be purple or legendary anymore. Maybe you can even upgrade from legendary to artifact. And as you can see, it also keeps the plus, like the enchantment, so you won't lose it. That's a good thing. Next, we have actually the succeeding. So if you didn't know, there is currently in Yorn a succeed system where if you change from Yorn gear to Hunter's gear, for example, if you have a plus 12 Yorn and you exchange it to Hunter's, I think it's going to be plus 9, something like that. You're going to lose enchantment or upgrades on it. But after this change, it shouldn't happen anymore. So even if you transfer, it's gonna transfer one, like if your purple is plus 9, your legendary will be also plus 9. It's quite interesting because if they add this gear, what will happen with the current gear which you have? And what will happen if already people, for example, all those guys who didn't know, currently a lot of people are at Hunter's gear, and from Hunter's to Mystic it's 1-to-1 already, which means if your Hunter's gear is plus 10 and you succeeded to Mystic, it will be plus 10 too. But once you succeed Mystic later this month, once we have the Kaiser, to Kaiser gear, you're gonna lose some enchantment depending on which stage you are, or which enchantment level your current gear is. And what will happen if people already succeed and then they implement such a system? How will they solve this issue? Nothing explained here, so I hope they will give us more info about this later. Next, we have growth system. This is also about tripod skills, and as you can see, you will get a specific rune-like stuff for your tripod skills. You can actually for your skills, not tripod anymore, you will get a lot of runes through different contents that's mentioned down here. You can acquire runes, it can be collectibles or guardian raids and so on, and they're gonna modify a specific skill. Few of you already know it might be similar to reverse rune, how the green one and the red one, I think, modify your skills or your tripods. This might modify your skill too. This is pretty interesting because you can, with such a system, you can make currently the underwhelming non-synergy classes to a synergy class. Imagine a class like a blaster, which is bottom tier, currently synergy wise, for especially you can give a specific tribal, for example the shield, you can put in a stone or a modification which also gives the team not only the shield, when you share the shield, it will also give them a damage reduction buff or a damage increase buff. And that will fix the issue with synergy classes versus non-synergy classes. Pretty excited about this. It's also mentioned you won't lose those stuff, so once you put it in, you can take it out again, replace it, and so on. It is also account-wide. I can see here there are some stones which are not bound to specific skills, which means you can use it on any skill. And there might be also some limits how many of those you can use. But it's a pretty exciting system. Looking forward to check it out. Next, we have the jewelry. Which means you have on your accessories, you will also have a rune system, and those rune systems once again will alter or modify your skills. So once again, your tripods or actual skills, they might be modified with those runes again. So there's a lot of customization regarding skills, and it might make it possible to have so many in-depth different builds for different kind of situations. And once again, we have to wait and see what kind of stones each class gonna get. This might once again change all the current class balance which we know. Next, we have the Imprint System. Oh, thank God. I was so happy about this. I was happy about most of the stuff they mentioned above, especially this one, because, for example, Grudge is so fucking expensive, and the new system is kind of different, and once again, no gold involved as far as I can read. So you're gonna save once again gold, and those people who spent gold, sorry guys. Anyways, so we will have the imprints. I don't know how you unlock it. Maybe you have to unlock the base imprint by doing specific raids and so on, but you only have to unlock this base one. The next thing is how do you get tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3? Simple, or kind of simple. All your accessories will have a specific can give you specific imprint points. You can spend those points on imprints you want, and once they reach a specific threshold, which will be 5, 10 and 15, they will unlock the level 1, level 2 or level 3 effect of the specific imprint. Simple, right? This is not the only way to get those points. You can also get those points by using the new ability stones. As you can see, ability stones won't give you substats anymore, according to this screenshot. And I think they will still give you HP depending on how many success you have. That's a system which we already have currently. But you can see here, you have to you can obtain more points for a specific engraving by using ability stones. So if you succeed, you can get here up to 3, 6, 8 points for your Grudge. So if I equip that, or this specific one, I will get 5 points on Grudge, and I can get the other remaining points with my accessories to unlock level 3. So I guess overall you will still be able to max out 2 engravings, maybe 3, but I don't think you will be able to max out multiple engravings and get the benefits out of those. Moving on, the new card system. I'm gonna make it short. As mentioned, they're gonna remove the card battles, but cards will be still useful. So guys, hurry up, check the auction house, grab some cheap purple cards. They might be insane later. As you can see here, if you equip specific cards, they're gonna unlock specific set effects, and one of my friends told me this is like reducing damage taken and increasing your normal attack damage and so on. So there are gonna be a lot of effects which you can get, which will be pretty useful in PvE, maybe also in PvP if you combine the correct cards. Next, we have the character level, a different character level system, which is, first of all, the character max level will be increased from 50 to 60. So we will also get more skill points, and there will be enough skill points to max out all of your 8 skills. And this, plus all the stuff which we learned above, once again, will change everything regarding class balance and builds. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure about that. So yeah, so once again, a lot of drastic changes. We have to wait and see to get more infos about it. Just a short reminder, tomorrow is the Japanese CBT, and I have access to it, and I will try out the season 2 changes. Maybe I will be able to get more infos about changed class balance, because it's already confirmed that Japanese CBT will start with season 2 changes implemented. Korea doesn't even have it, and Japanese CBT already has it. And I can also confirm that the Japanese CBT client file is 2 GB bigger than the Korean, the current Korean one. So once I find out more stuff about this and new infos, new class balance infos, I'm gonna make a video about it, and you can also watch it on the stream. It would be helpful if there's someone out there who is good at Japanese and can help me with the translations. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video. And as always, if you have any questions, ask down below in the description, or just join my stream or Discord. See you guys. Bye bye. Your Tea Party, Percy.